This morning I heard the song Lose You to Love Me by Selena Gomez. Promised the world and I fell for it. Deep knowing. Whatever this reading is for, this is about your pattern with love, but also your pattern with self-love. And the song she's talking about a relationship that, she had to choose between loving that other person and loving herself, probably because that other person didn't love her or treat her well. That could be a theme for this collective. Your biggest mission, or not even mission, but biggest lesson is understanding that no relationship that's going to bring you down is worth it, that you deserve more. It's the self-love journey. It's the respecting yourself journey. You have such big hearts and you want to love, and you could love anyone if you're in this collective, you really could, but it's not just you. There has to be equal give and take. You can't give out all the love. And I know that sounds so like, oh, I give so much love, but no, it's also harmful and enabling for the other people. So there is accountability to be taken there. Like, you have to walk away when it's uneven. And if it's not, it's ripped away. This life is too short for relationships to be had with people that just don't like you, that don't treat you well. And if you can't find that, spend some time alone and love yourself, okay? Because that's the energy that you belong in. You belong in an equal, loving, this collective is like seeing yourself through true eyes. Because I feel like maybe in your childhood, you were talked down to, and that voice has been in your head, and part of your journey has been chipping away at these voices that don't belong there. The loyal heart came out. It's like you are meant to have, if someone's going to be in your life, it's going to carry that same loyalty that you carry for people that you maybe had in past relationships. So that means not allowing people in your life that aren't loyal to you, that do backstabbing things. And I feel like, this collective, you've done a lot of work on yourself. You've done so much work on yourself that you do trigger people. So if people don't show up in, a similar healed frequency, they do tend to backstab, even if it's sending, like, I call them like psychic attacks, like if they're thinking negatively or they're jealous of you over something, or there's something going on in the background, they're sending negative energy to you, whether they mean to or not, they're not going to be allowed in that energy, okay? Because part of your training, part of your soul's like thing that it's here to learn is to love yourself as much as you love others. And that's because how can you unconditionally love others if you don't unconditionally love yourself? If you have these things that you're ashamed of or you're hurt about, if there's these parts of you to work through when it comes to your relationships. And no, you don't have to be perfect, and no one is ever fully healed, okay? But there's parts of you when it comes to relationships that you're still working through if you're not in balance with someone else right now. And that's okay. And I feel like the right collective, you're going to say, yeah, I know. Maybe this would have annoyed you last week even. I feel like there's a big shift happening for you. That comment may have annoyed you last week, but this week you're like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm still focusing on a few things that need to happen for me to open up. There's something about a divine protection around you so that you can learn this lesson. And I hate to say, it's not even learning lessons. It's so that you can love yourself in the way that you deserve to love yourself. Yeah, again, higher power. There's a higher power protection over this collective, because this self-love journey is a huge part of why you're here, is to find that inner unconditional love for yourself, because there is a union. If you're wanting that type of relationship, that's meant for you. And there's something about being patient with yourself, because it takes time, because like I said, there's past voices that you've been shedding that made you feel like you didn't deserve equal give and take in relationships. And so the biggest thing that you have to know is to know the voice of your higher self, which is a loving voice. It's not going to be a critical voice that's going to be putting you down, like maybe even people from your past. Because like I said, you guys are a collective that weren't in relationships, friendships, family members may have treated you bad. There's just something about this, you're not enough, or you didn't deserve unconditional love. And that was ingrained from a young child, is how I feel. Your life's journey has been learning to love yourself and give yourself the love that you didn't receive, and you're still on it. And a lot of you may have even come into union and thought, wow, this is it, and then there may be a separation going on, but this is something, this is everything to do with a higher power, something higher going on, seeing past the surface of this. And that's why you're seeing this reading, because I feel like you're ready to really look at this again. You've done it before, but you're looking at it again and you're seeing yourself with a new perspective, okay? Yeah, you're observing it. This thinker card, it's all about thinking. It's being able to detach from your personal emotions, from whatever situation you're going through that's kind of making you look at, okay, wait, where am I not loving myself? 444. That's my archangel number. You are protected. And if there is a union coming in for you, that's protected as well. And if you're working through this, if you're connected already, or if there was some kind of separation with someone, that's happening in the distance to them as well in their own way. It's not going to be the same, but there's things that are being worked through this. Okay. There's things being worked through. Very soul contract situation. Even if it's not a connection with another person, you have a soul contract with yourself to love yourself. This is also about seeing things logically. Okay. Again, detaching from the emotions and looking at it. I saw the signs and I ignored it. If it doesn't work out, it was for your protection. And I think someone needs to hear that. We're going to get a closing card here. The deeper assignment is, what am I do when you're getting into these relationships, new friendships, or anything that you're dealing with something outside of yourself? Is it, intuition, trusting your intuition is huge for this collective, okay? And knowing your voice. You're working through your subconscious, and as you're doing that, these patterns that have been throughout your life, it's always been about self-love and learning how to love yourself and not sacrificing for love. You don't have to sacrifice for love. Okay, love can be equal give and take, and that's what your soul's here to learn, and you're right there. So again, as you're going through these things, these blips in life that happen, and you're like, why is this happening? Just take it back to, is this serving me as equally as I'm serving others? Okay, and that's not selfish. You guys are here because you overgive.